good morning. Today we are going to make some shampoo bars because we ran out of a lot of stuff in my house. My husband just told me this morning that his deodorant is done. My son told me that the shampoo bars are finished. So today's shampoo bars, this is not my formulation. I will leave a link in the description box. This is one of Marie from Humble B&Me's recipes. I tweaked it a little bit, but it is 99% still hers, so I will give credit to her on that one because we need to give credit where it is due. So yeah, I'm just going to make some shampoo bars. I'm going to make it a real-time video that you guys can see how long it takes, and yeah, and just chat in between. What you're going to use is, or going to need, is like some colon clay, some cornstarch, and you can use rice starch as well. I can't remember if the original one's got rice starch or cornstarch in it. Both of them works. Then some SCI. I've got the powder here. I actually bought the little pieces, but grind it down because the first try didn't really work as well. This stuff kills your lungs. That's something else that you're going to need. You're going to need a respirator. I've got an old one here. I think it came out of my husband's garage. I don't really work with dusty stuff quite often. So, yeah. SCI is one of the ones that is going to get to your lungs. And then SLSA. Now, this one is not sodium lauryl sulfate. This is a sulfate-free recipe. I've made it before. Then I tried one of the other recipes. Both of them actually work quite well. This one is the Ice Palace shampoo bar. I prefer this one over the one that I tried after this, so I'm going back to this one. Okay, then this is something that I changed in her recipe. She's got citric acid in it. I'm using lactic acid because I have some. Then cocoa midopropyl butane is also a surfactant. So all of this stuff is synthetic detergent. So this is a bit different from our normal soap making. Then I've got some cocoa glucoside. She uses a different glucoside. I think it's a decal glucoside. But this is the only glucoside that I had. Apparently, according to her replacements or alternatives that you can use another glucoside. I've used this in the first batch. Works quite well. Can't complain about anything. Then we've got a lightweight MCT oil. I'm going to use, so this is a coconut, capric triglycerides. It's a coconut oil derivative, very lightweight, which is actually good for my hair. I like the lightweight one. Then I am going to use rosemary essential oil, peppermint essential oil, dew gourd as a preservative, and then a tiny little bit of forest green. So that is all the stuff that we're going to use, all the ingredients. I'm going to use a pair of gloves, respirator, obviously, bowl, scale, the normal things that you usually use, mixing bowl, and then I've got these, I don't know even what you call them. It's molds that you press down. I think they actually use it in China for some kind of dessert. I've seen a video or two about that. So these actually work quite nicely. You just choose the pattern that you want to use in there, twist it in, and then you fill it up, and you can compact and press it down and just push it out again. So this actually works quite nicely. My previous bars were all square ones. We are moving to round ones. I just wanted to do some round ones, so that is what I'm going to use today. So, okay, let's see where we're going to start off. We're going to start off with the SCI. That is sodium cocoyl isothionate. Sodium cocoyl isothionate. I think I've got it there. It's one of those difficult ones, especially for my Boere English. Okay, so we're going to see here. Okay, just do that one. Can maybe zoom in a little bit on this one. A little bit too much, I think. Go get the respirator out of view. I'm going to put this one down here. Oh, you can see I did not plan this one. This was just a spur of the moment. I needed to make shampoo bars and thought, okay, I'll share it with you guys since I am making it in any way. Okay, so this one is 37% SCI. The SCI is actually quite okay still. To scoop them out. I think it was because it was larger pieces, it's not as dusty. But if I start coughing, then it's because we call it in Afrikaans, slim van sy baas. Yeah, I was too clever for my own good. So now I can already catch it. Let's rather do the respirator thing. This looks like biological warfare. Okay, now you can't hear what I'm saying. Okay, 55 grams. I don't know if you can see it, the dust. I think something like those 50 grams. Okay, once it's settled, then it is safe to take it off. I hope it's not too soon. Okay, so those are the two that you really do need a respirator for. It will kill you, not even slowly or softly. It will be terrifying and not really nice. Okay, cornstarch, 16.5 grams. So I'm making a 150 gram batch here, but I will, as I said, I'm just going to leave a link to her blog post because the recipe is there, the original one, and everything is nicely and neatly put together. And if you start with other things that is not soap making related, Humble BME, it's an awesome site. Marie does know her stuff. She knows what she's doing. She's been formulating for many years, so I've learned a lot of stuff from her. I think that was my starting point. I've tried quite a few other people's stuff, but as you guys should know by now, if you try random things on the internet, then you end up with a lot of bad stuff that's not as good as well. 16.8, 16. Just take back a little bit. 16.5 on the dot. Okay, so that is the SCI, the SRSI, the cornstarch. Let me just put this to the side. Get stuff in here. Okay, that's the cornstarch. Then the kaolin clay, 7.5 grams. I must say, this stuff actually, I think the reason why we add cornstarch and clay in it, first it binds stuff together and it actually dilutes kind of the surfactants. So just to make it more gentle on your skin and hair as well. 16.5. Now I did not zero it. It says 21. 22. I must go to 22. Okay. On the dot. Okay. I need to concentrate. Alright. Okay, let's see. The next one is going to be some the citric acid. Okay, now we are adding the liquid ingredients or the wet ingredients. I'm just going to add this to the surfactants as well. A lot of stuff gets stuck in here. I think it's because the static electricity. Okay, so next up, let's see what is the wet ingredients here. I'm gonna weigh it out this side first. Okay, we're gonna use, okay, I'm not gonna use citric acid, I am going to use lactic acid. So it's 0.37, it's literally a few drops. There we go, tear it. This one out of the way. The next one is going to be our lightweight oil. So you can use any other lightweight oil that you like. So if you like jojoba or anything like that, okay, just grab the right one. You can use that as well. So this one is going to be 6.75. There we go. 0.1 gram to mini, but that's okay. Okay, now the cocoa maidu propyl betaine. That is going to be 10 grams, 10.1 to 5. Okay, 10 grams, let's see. This is also a surfactant, so it helps with the bubbling. And 10.15. Okay, there we go, spot on. I'm lucky today because usually I pour too fast and then I mess things up a little bit. But I must say it's quite forgiving. Half a gram here or there does not really make that big of a difference. Okay, now it is the decal glucoside that I've got the cocoa glucoside. Now this is much thicker. Okay, I'm going to do 21 grams of this. Okay, let's go slow. 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. Oh. Now I'm making a mess everywhere. Just clean this up. Okay, that was that. Okay, now my essential oils, I've got 0.75 that I can add, so I'm going to do half of the rosemary essential oil and the peppermint essential oil. There's about 3. I think I'm going to like it a little bit more minty. 0.4 grams. Okay. And then rosemary essential oil, I'm going to top it up to 0.71. There we go. Rosemary essential oil is very good for hair growth and overall hair health. So I'm adding this one for more for the medicinal value, if you can call it medicinal value, the therapeutic value. I think that's a great word. Okay, and then our preservative, 1.5 grams. There we go. And then our forest green. This is just going to be a knife point. I'm going to add a tiny little bit. You can use mica or any other skin safe colorant. I need something really small. Okay, let's go for this one. I think I'm going to add it with the liquids. Then I can stir it in properly. Okay, and now everything is laid off. This is actually quite easy. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to mix this in. Don't know if you can see any of that. Oh, yep, a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this properly. This is a bright brilliant green. Okay. Then I'm going to add it. I'm just going to make a little well here. Let's see if I can lift this a bit. There you go. I think that's going to be much better. Okay. It smells so nice and fresh and minty. Okay, these guys, you can mix it carefully. Because remember, this it's kind of like the clay and stuff keeps the surfactants kind of in its place. Okay, just going to add this in here. Oh, this is going to be very green shampoo bars this time. The previous time I made them blue. I just thought the green is going to go nice with the peppermint, but I must say this is a peppermint green in my mind. Okay, so there we go. These little tiny spatulas are actually quite nice, but I think I might be more effective if I take a larger one. Just quickly grab it here. There we go. Let's take a green one for the green stuff. This is going to work much faster. We've got absolutely lovely rainy weather at the moment. Been raining for a few days already. Yeah, the electricity is holding up. I'm actually quite impressed about that. Where's my gloves? Okay. I'm going to try a new trick. I usually struggle with this stuff, but they say you must put in your thumb first. I don't know. I think it's easier than trying to put all of them at the same time. Right, they say you take it, push in your thumb, and then you turn it over. Right. They make it so much easier than what it is in real life, but it's not too bad, it's working. So yeah, maybe it's just a little bit of practice. So I'm just going to mix this in a bit. I see I've still got a few larger pieces of SCI in here that did not break down completely, and it's okay. It might just, I have a little bit of influence on the consistency. Yeah? I think if it's finer, it actually absorbs some of this moisture much faster than usual. Okay. Now you can start to knead it together. See, everything is coming together perfectly. Yeah? I think it's mixed thoroughly here. Oh, it smells minty fresh. Okay, let's see. There's still a little bit of surfactant in there. Let's just mix that in as well. I think it's going to make that big of a difference. Okay, what I want to do here is now I'm going to make 4 bars. It's not going to be very large. Guys, 143. Okay. Okay. 25, 35. I think it's 35 grams. Okay, let's see. If I divide it into 35 gram bundles, if we're going to get there. 28. That is basically 35. 35.5. Okay. First one. 29. 32. It is so close. 35.4. Oops, see. And the last one. 33. 35.8. A little bit too much. Okay, I don't think it's going to be a big issue. 37. Okay, so I think my 35.5 was around about there. 36. Okay, for personal use, so I don't need to be that spot on. Okay, now I've divided them in 4. Am I still in focus here? Let's move a little bit to this side. Okay, I like to use a little plastic bag to press them out on. To that side. And if your hands are a little bit sticky, I like to spray alcohol. Just rub it off. There we go. With the peppermint and the alcohol, it smells like peppermint liqueur now. Okay, let's see what we're going to use. Here's our plunger, and it comes with quite a few patterns. Okay, the one is prettier than the other one. Can't decide here. There are quite a few nice ones. And there's the other 2. So, okay, let's do, okay, I've got 5. Let's do 4 different ones. Maybe that will work. I need some dusting powder, I think. I don't have the slightest idea what I've done with my little duster. Basically what it is, I take a stocking, then I fill it in with half a cup or a quarter cup of cornstarch. Then I twist it, fold it over, back over it, twist it again. So I've got this little ball of cornstarch in a stocking, a double stocking. And then when you punch it on stuff, then it makes a very, very thin layer of cornstarch that helps it not to stick. But what I've done with it, I really do not know because I haven't used it for a long time. So let's see if it's going to work without it. I'm just going to take the first one. It feels a little bit, you know what, I think what's going to work nice is when I dust my hands with a little bit of cornstarch. So let's see if this is going to work. This is now most probably going to make a mess. Very tiny little bit. Just roll it in a little ball. And we're going to press it in there. And I'm just going to press it against my hand to start to shape it. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it. And then we're going to press it out. Oh, how did it actually let go? Here we go. Our first green shampoo bar. Okay, so the first one came out quite nicely. Okay. Okay, have I connected this now? Oh, there we go. Got a little thingy in here. I bought this punch, both of them from African Soap Supplies. So if you would like something like this, you can go check it out. I will leave the, they've got a WhatsApp shop. I will leave the WhatsApp shop number there. Okay, that one's a quite nice intricate one. Let's see, let's do a little bit of a less intricate one. We have this one in here. Yep. God, I need some cornstarch on this as well. Okay, let's see. I'm pressing down quite hard. The tighter the stuff are pressed together, the longer lasting it seems to be. Let's see if we do it like this. And there we go. Another one. I'm getting the hang of it now. Okay, let's see. Let's do one of those. And oopsie. I'm going to do one of those and one of those. A small ball, and there we go again. There we go. It's a little bit sticky. It's not too bad. There we go. There we go. And the last one. Let's see if we dust it in here. If that is going to make a big difference or not. I think this is maybe going to make, oh well, tap out the most of it. There we go. And roll it. Right, this actually works the best time. There we go. And we've got 4 little shampoo bars. Okay, and that's it. It took half an hour to make 4 shampoo bars. I will do some costing. Just remember, this is now December 2024. Prices might increase over time, so 2 years from now and so on, it's going to be quite different. But I will do the costing. I will put it in the description box, then you can get an idea around about what it's going to cost you. I think it was the last time that I've made it, it was around about 28 Rand per bar. So yeah, or even less. I think it was less than 20 Rand a bar. But this lasts forever. This is concentrated shampoo without the water. So lovely to travel with. I just love using it. I know it's sulfate free, so it's good for my hair. It's not as harsh as the sulfate shampoos, but it's nice to just make your own stuff and customize it to especially exactly what you want it to be. Okay, so there you go. This needs to be cured or dry out for a few days. If we've got rainy weather, like in really high humidity at the moment, so it might take me a little bit more than a week. I will just leave them for the time being. We've still got a little bit. I'm going to do another test. Let me just go fetch the one that I've made, and then I'm going to show you how this is actually foaming up, because it's really clean this out, and then I'll come back to you and just show you how nice the stuff lathers, like in really nice. Okay, so see you in a second. Okay, here we go. This is a tiny little piece that is still left. This have been in use for I think a month now or so, and it's about the same size as those. This is just a square one, so it's been lasting quite a bit. Let me just see. You can use this as a shampoo bar or a body bar as well. Doesn't really need to be exactly a shampoo bar. A little bit of water here. Okay, so this is nice and soapy. Just show you if you are using a scrunchie. This is more what happens on your hair. You get this nice fluffy kind of foam, like in big bubbles and bouncy, and it is just, it feels actually quite amazing even on your skin. I've got a friend that uses this as a face wash, so I haven't tried it really for that, but tiny bit makes a huge amount of bubbles. Okay, so there you go, and it's nice big. I like it. I can play with bubbles all day long. It's a child in me that still comes out. You need a shower to get everything off because it's a lot of bubbles. Okay, and there we go. So thank you for spending time with me. As I said, this wasn't really a planned video. I didn't intend to teach anything specifically. Just share what I'm doing here, what I'm using. So with the deodorant, when I make it, I might record that as well and share that with you guys. But yeah, you must have a safe and a very Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's today. I don't even know. It's the 23rd, 24th. I'm not even sure where I am at. This is the life on the farm. We lose track of time. So yeah, you must keep still, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video again. Bye.